Here we have a set of rear lights which are full LED. This is an upgrade set to fit the BMW 3 Series F30 model. This set fits both year ranges, pre-facelift and facelift. Here's a quick video on how to replace these. First of all, we will work on removing the inner boot trim. So once you've unclipped the warning triangle, you will need to remove both brackets. This is simply held in with 2 Phillips screws. The next job is to work your way around the trim, removing the plastic screw type retaining clips. You need to be careful with these because they can round off really easily. To help tease them out, you can use a trim removal tool. The next job is to remove the boot hinge covers. These simply unclip. Now you can remove the full inner boot trim. Now we are going to remove the inner boot lights. You can either use a 10mm spanner or a 10mm socket, as I'm using in this video. Remove the nut and remove the plastic retaining clip, and then unplug the wiring harness to the rear light. Our next task is to remove the rear quarter lights. So first of all, we need to remove the black plastic inner trims. These are held in with a plastic retaining screw. These are just removed using a flathead screwdriver. Using the same 10mm socket, remove the 2 retaining nuts that hold the rear light assembly in place. Now you can remove the rear light assembly, giving it a firm wiggle and pulling it towards you, and it should just pop out. Once the light is out of its holder, you can simply unplug the wiring loom. So let's work on getting the outer rear lights installed. So now we need to work on feeding the wiring looms, what come with this rear light set, together so the inners and outers are connected to each other. This allows the indicators to flow through both lights. The best route we found, and the easiest, is by feeding it through this hole. As you'll see here, this rear light set has 2 wiring looms. This is for pre-facelift and facelift models. Choose the one you need and install the rear light. Don't forget to stick the resistor to a metal surface as these get warm.
And now I will just dangle it there.
Once the new light is installed, reinstall your 10mm nuts and also the inner boot trim. So we're now going to install the inner boot lights. The retaining nut on this actually comes with a 8mm, unlike the OEM one which has a 10mm. When you install these inner rear lights, you need to hook them in from the outside of the boot lid and press down on the inner. The inner bracket clamps it down and holds it secure. Stick the resistor to a metal surface. Again, because it gets hot, we need to feed up the wiring, what we've fed through from the rear quarter. So this needs to go up along the boot hinge and plug into the rear light assembly, and then finally plug the last plug into the original wiring loom of the car. The next job is to reinstall the inner boot trim. So it's just a case of reinstall all the plastic screws all the way around the edge, and then the warning triangle holder, which is held in with the 2 Phillips screws. Once this is on, the final job is just to install the rear boot hinge cover. Make sure there's plenty of slack there to allow the boot hinge to open and close. So just be very careful when you first start opening and closing your boot, just in case the wiring's a little bit too tight in places. You don't want to start ripping any wiring harnesses out. And that's it, job done. We will see what these rear lights look like.